Hello. Thought we'd take a few minutes today to show you some of the very little known facts about the iPhone and iOS 12. This is kind of important kind of late to be learning iOS 12 because iOS 13 is coming out in the next few months. And we'll be getting the beta version of that, and so that we'll be up to date that when the public finally shares iOS 13, we'll have some good ideas and some good information to pass along to you. But in the meantime, this works with iOS 12. It works with the iPhone 6, 6S, 7, 8, the 10, which is the X, the XS, and the XR. It works with all of these. So it's a fact that well, let's just take a look. And right now I'm using the iOS, I'm using the XR, excuse me. And what we want to do here is go to our settings. You're going to be seeing a lot of that. Going to the settings. Well, then we're just going to go down to General. Touching General, we are going to go to Accessibility. Accessibility, we're going to tap on that, and there's a ton of buttons that can confuse you. And what we're going to do, we're going to go down to the very bottom, and at the very bottom it says Accessibility Shortcuts. Now I've clicked on shortcuts and you see I have a number of these checked. And as you check each one of these, it becomes a shortcut for you. You say, okay, that's great, but how do I get to the shortcut? Well, if you're using the older iPhones from the 8 on back, you have a home button. You tap that home button 3 times in a row very quickly, 1, 2, 3, like that, and it will bring up a menu of shortcuts that you can do. Now, if you have a newer phone that has the side button here, you tap it 3 times very quickly, and I'm going to do that for you right now, 1, 2, 3, and you can see it has brought up a list of the ones that I checked off. Okay, and so 1, 2, 3, we're going to touch on Classic Invert. Wow, did you see what has happened? We're going to swipe up and go back here to the regular settings, and you can see that things have changed considerably with the color invert. Okay? Some people like it. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to be using it. But you say, okay, I don't like that at all. Get me out of here. 1, 2, 3 on the sidebar. And then you just click off of it. And you're back to normal. Now, 1, 2, 3 on the sidebar. And you say, I want to do the color filters. Well, lo and behold, look what has happened. Your entire iPhone has now become black and white. A lot of people say, well, what good is that? Well, I don't know. Maybe you're colorblind. You don't want to be confused by some of these colors. 1, 2, 3 on the side again. Take off the color filter and then bang, there you go. You have the colors again. 1, 2, 3 on the side. And there is a neat little switch called Assistive Touch. Now we touched it, and you will notice that down in the very bottom on the right hand side there's a button now that you can touch, and that brings up, wow, quite a few different things. It brings up Siri, it brings up Home, it brings up Custom. It brings it up where you can look at all of your notifications. You tap notifications and there they are, and you go back to Assistive Touch, tap on Device, and now you can turn the volume up and down. You can rotate the screen, you can lock the screen. Click on More, and you can switch apps very, very easily. You can take a screenshot. Now, this is one that a lot of people get confused with, especially on the new IR. Okay, XR. I'll get it right. Anyway, when they forget that you hit the side button and the up volume on the new X models, and that takes a screenshot. If you have on assistive touch, you can touch it, hit device, go to more, and then screenshot, bang, there you go. It has now taken a screenshot for you. There it is. You can adjust it just like you can any other, and you can say done, save it, or delete it. And right now I'm going to delete it. So you have assistive touch. It will take you to your control center, and that's another story. We're going to talk about the control center later on, because there's a lot of apps that you can add to the control center, so with one touch you have the controls in hand. Okay, so let's get rid of assistive touch. Now, how do we do that? 1, 2, 3 on the sidebar, and then tell it to take it off, and it's gone. So those are a few of the things that the iPhone will do with assistive touch and with the shortcuts that a lot of people aren't even aware of. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3. And that will take you, and you can do magnifier, reduce white point. That's kind of interesting. You tap that, and it darkens the screen down so it's not so bright and you're using so much battery. You say, well, I can do that anyway. Yeah, but this is a shortcut. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's put it back on, and it brightens it back up. 1, 2, 3. And we are now going to go to a magnifier. Magnifier allows whatever you're looking at to be magnified, and you notice at the bottom you have a slide bar that will take you back and forth so you can see things a whole lot better. It's better if they're right side up. But then if you say, well, I can't keep that still enough to read it, tap it just like you would a picture. It puts it in clear focus for you, and it also shows you a little more than you actually saw in the picture. When you're done, tap the screen, tap the button again, and you're back ready for the next one that you want to do. Hit your home button or your swipe up button, depending on which device you have, and there you are, ready to go again. Assistive touch and accessibility shortcuts. They're a lot of fun. Try them out. Talk to you soon. Bye now.